former master. In bygone days, I stood by your side as you established Jinzhou City. You tasked me with safeguarding its prosperity.
So, why did I lose my memories? Who am I?
I see. Doesn't matter. That's not important for our goal. We have the answers we wanted already. With the second resonance awakening, we will tap into powers that rival Sentinels. Complete control of the artificial resonator awakening processes within reach.
Why'd you just look depressed about it, though?
And lastly, about that rover. This trip was worth it. We've collected many wonderful notes, haven't we?
Well, everybody, and welcome back to Wuthering Waves. I almost said Zenwis. I'm sure you're wondering what the hell that sound is in the background. I'll mute up for the time that it's on and I'm not talking. It's just me about to make myself some coffee. Anyway, we're going to be doing the Changli story quest because, well, Mount Firmament had such a short quest line, but it was really good. And the Changli quest will make things be longer here, and it's all voiced and stuff anyway, so why not do it?
The Wei Chi pieces were scattered, but the guru remained calm. "It's getting late," he said gently to the woodcutter. "Shouldn't you be heading down the mountain?" As he glanced at the sky, the woodcutter was shocked to see how much time had passed. It couldn't have been more than 2 hours, he thought in disbelief. Feeling apologetic, he prepared to leave, worried that the guru would be annoyed with him. But when the woodcutter turned around, he nearly jumped out of his skin. The hermit guru, who had been playing Wei Chi and drinking wine, was now gone. In his place lay a shattered Wei Chi board and a heap of decaying bones. The woodcutter was so scared that he dropped his bamboo basket and ran down the mountain without even looking back. As he reached the mountain's base, he was hit with a stark realization. The quaint village he remembered had bloomed into a bustling town, with sturdy brick houses replacing the humble thatched cottages. And where his home once stood, only an empty wasteland remained. He noticed a date on the calendar that he had never seen before. In shock, he grabbed a passerby and urgently asked, "Excuse me, can you tell me the current date and time?" As he heard the answer, his legs went weak. Everything had changed. Time had passed, and his loved ones were gone. No one remembered him anymore.
So the woodcutter left Mount Firmament, but how is he still alive and kicking? With 100 years worth of time inside him, shouldn't he?
Your story, it's a bit far-fetched, don't you think? I mean, if I wasn't from Hongzhen, I might have fallen for it.
Well, that's the whole point. The truth is stranger than fiction, my friend. Every detail in that story is based on real events. Let me share with you the other legend of Mount Firmament. For deep within its sacred peaks lies a powerful secret. The secret of immortality. We all know that Mount Firmament is the abode of the Sentinel, gathering spiritual energies from both heaven and earth for countless eons. Over time, even the mountain itself has taken on the form of our majestic Sentinel. Living in the mountains for long stretches of time, surrounded by fresh air and drinking from nature's own bounty, can add years to one's lifespan.
I like how you can see Changli there in the background.
It all starts with that game of Weiqi, one that the woodcutter stumbled upon. Too bad those secrets have been long forgotten. Gather around now, people. You're in for the story of a lifetime.
Changli? How long have you...
Shh.
I'll see you there.
What's with the ruckus? Huh? What's that in your hands?
What the... Huh? How did your... What? Alright, you can change your hair. Okay. Changli gave it to me a moment ago.
Behold Hongzhen in its entirety, next to a ring and hanging eaves. When eternal snow thaw into flowing streams, let us reconvene. Oh, I see, I see.
Do you know what it means?
I see I've got no clue at all.
So much for the anticipation.
I get the very last part at least. She's asking you out. Well, that's a fancy way to write stuff.
Yeah, the first part reads like it's about the meeting spot. According to the description, it's somewhere in Hongjin.
And now, this next sentence. Eternal snow thaw into streams. What is that supposed to mean?
Maybe it has something to do with the local folklore. I wanted to say folk tale instead of folk war, but then I was putting tale and war into one thing.
Whoa, how did you manage to get all that hidden meaning?
I've experienced. So what Jin sees riddles already.
But the buildings in Hongzhen all look pretty much the same. Which one exactly was she talking about?
You can ask around to find out. I've done this before.
Makes sense. Lead the way!
Huh? How did she disappear like that?
Damn it.
What can I do for you?
Well, you've come to the right person. I'm here to compile a new travel guide for Hongjin. Next to a ring and hanging eaves. Oh, I know where that is. You'll need to stand on the tallest building in Hongjin to see what you're looking for.
The tallest building?
It's on the northeast side of the town. Can't miss it. You'll see it once you get there. Say, that person earlier, that was Lady Changli, right? I saw you talking to her.
Yes. Do you know her?
Of course! Everyone in Jinzhou knows about Lady Changli, even though she rarely appears in public. As Master Xuen Miao's disciple, she excels in the arts of politics and diplomacy. Her travels have taken her across the 4 seas, and as Secretary General, she has commanded respect from all who cross her path.
Really?
Yeah, and she came all the way to Jinzhou to help out Magistrate Jinxi for the sake of peace in Huanglong. She's been working tirelessly behind the scenes since then, fully dedicated to her task. How could anyone not revere such a selfless act? I could have sworn I just saw her. Where did she go? I wish I could take one more look.
Are you sure you're here just for the travel guide?
What can I help you with?
Why
When
did you turn?
snow thaw into streams? You're not from around here, I bet. When we say that in Hangzhen, we mean the Shichen of Wei. Early afternoon, the warmest hours of a day. Legend tells of a visitor who ventured here some centuries ago. Back then, local villagers were struggling with no firewood due to heavy snow. This visitor opened up a path with their forte and diverted a hot spring to provide warmth and aid. People say it was once a stunning sight, with mist and ice flowing westward down the streams, as if many celestial beings were returning to the sea. Now the sight has unfortunately disappeared, but the saying sticks. We use it to describe time in local speech.
I see. You're such a great storyteller. Like everyone else I met here.
Oh, please. I'm only repeating what I've heard from him. He's been on a roll with his stories lately, but let's not take them too seriously. They're just for entertainment.
You don't believe in those stories?
Not that I don't want to believe them, but... Oh, you were listening to one of his stories earlier too, right? What did you think?
It sounded interesting.
Really? So you're into stories and anecdotes too? Grandpa Zhou's great-grandfather was a descendant of the first inhabitants of Hangzhen. He grew up hearing stories about Mount Firmament. Recently, he heard Madam Magistrate had resolved the crisis, so he decided to visit and learn more about his roots. People in town are curious about the outside world and how they are perceived. Grandpa Zhou is happy to answer their questions and has unknowingly become popular among them. Before he knew it, everyone was coming to talk to him.
He must be a fan of that storyteller in Jinzhou.
It's funny to hear outsiders describe my hometown, Hangzhen, as mysterious. We're just a normal place with our own quirks. Especially lately, with so many people from Jinzhou coming on some kind of expedition. They're obsessed with us, like we're some kind of ancient relics. Can you believe they actually asked if our pavo plums have magical powers? Time truly is a formidable force.
What do you want? I've done nothing wrong. Huh? Oh, you're just asking for directions. Sorry, I'm not a local. Can't help you there. Wait, you were the one talking to Lady Changli earlier, weren't you?
The young man begins looking around as if in fear of something terrible hidden in the shadows.
If I were you, I'd steer clear of her. She's a deceitful woman who enjoys toying with people's hearts. A cunning villain who will manipulate you without you even knowing it.
Oh yeah? How so?
Haven't you heard? She left her government job to come here, to this small town. There's gotta be a reason behind it. I heard she chose to quit her job, but I bet she messed up back in the capital and got demoted here as punishment.
You know, it's not nice to badmouth people like this. And not everyone values power and fame.
Then I guess you've also been fooled by her looks. That woman will stop at nothing to get what she wants, while you remain oblivious to her true intentions. And by the time you catch on, you'll already be caught in her trap. Hey, wait a minute. Has she actually achieved anything substantial during her time in Jinzhou? Or did Madame Magistrate just fall for her clever words and let her slack off?
You're underestimating Jin Si. And what makes you so sure?
I say you're underestimating Changli's trickery. I heard she tricked that VIP guest of Jinzhou into going to Mount Firmament. Just think about how dangerous that place was. She must have been afraid of him getting too close to Madame Magistrate and ruining her plans. What a sinister woman. Fortunately, that guest was a skilled fighter, and he managed to escape unharmed. I hope you don't mind my frankness. Just giving some advice, because you look pretty innocent and gullible. And not from Jinzhou, judging by your outfit, right?
I am that VIP guest.
Oh, shoot. I completely forgot about something I need to do. Sorry, gotta run.
Hey, why are the people here so divided about Changli?
She doesn't seem to have ill intents. We'll have to figure it out ourselves.
You humans make everything so complicated. Well, at least now we know what she wanted to say.
Let's meet at the highest place in Hongjin in the early afternoon.
No, that's much easier to understand. Why does she have to make it a whole riddle? I'm getting sleepy again.
Rover?
Hmm?
Nice to see you again. How are you liking Hongzhen so far?
It's nice. The place is bustling with life.
The crisis at Mount Firmament has been resolved, and the waterway between Jinzhou and Hongzhen is open once again. As a result, there has been an increase in visitors from Jinzhou, making the town more lively than before. With the chaos subsiding, our town and city are now reconnected, allowing residents to live and work in peace. We owe you a debt of gratitude, Rover, for your efforts in clearing the remaining effects of temporal disruptions in Mount Firmament over the past few days.
I couldn't have done it without everyone.
We're all indebted to you, Hongzhen and its people alike. If there's anything you need, don't hesitate to ask. I couldn't help but notice you've been asking around. Is there something you need assistance with?
Xing Yi and Changli have a mutual trust as acquaintances. It should be fine to ask Xing Yi instead.
Well...
I see. That sounds like something Changli would do. Even though we're not that close, I know a bit about her personality. She wouldn't just hand over something that symbolizes her identity to anyone, especially when...
Especially what?
I think it would be better for her to tell you personally. The Magistrate's counselor is shrouded in mystery, and her motives are often hard to decipher. When she wants something done, it's never as straightforward as it seems, and few can grasp the true meaning behind her plans. The rumors and controversies surrounding her never cease. But she seems unfazed. However, I believe one has to get involved personally to truly understand Changli's intentions, regardless of public opinion.
My plan is... Bah! I hate myself sometimes. My plan's exactly.
About the riddle. It seems you have already figured it out by yourself. But remember, it's not just about the answer, but also what she wants you to understand.
Indeed.
Then, if you'll excuse me, if there's anything else you need here in Hongzhen, please do not hesitate to let me know.
Thank you. Ring. Won't the lanterns count as eaves? There's no way they want me going in there. That's not what they... Okay, try this again. Oh, Ring. Obviously. The dumb thing is that I don't hear eaves enough to know what the fuck you mean by Eve. I think usually Eve means like that. Right there? Is that's supposed to be an Eve, right? Oh, God. Find the place to... Oh, okay, find the place next to a ring and hanging eaves. Wait. Oh, what? Bro. No, this can't be right. Be kind to me, game. Just give me a hint. You know I'm done. There's a chest over here.
Remnants of the past.
Well, it has nothing to do with being over here. I'm supposed to, like... I doubt I talked to you. Damn it. Supposed to go in somewhere? I don't... I'm dumb enough as it is, you know? Okay, I better cut the recording so I can find this place and stop being stupid. It was all the way up on this roof?
A ring, she wrote.
Makes sense.
Should be this ring-shaped ancient structure, I guess.
Man, I was looking for actual rings in town and shit.
Wow! It's
Those
really huge now that we look at it.
The grappling spots were there for a reason.
Next, hanging eaves. If we look from here... Is it that pavilion?
It does look quiet. Should be a nice place for meetings. Getting eepy again.
That must be the place then. I'll get going.
I'm heading to the pavilion now. Next time I do a puzzle, if I see some grappling, I'm just gonna follow it and go to the highest point it takes me. Because apparently that's all I needed to do. Okay. I ain't gonna play no damn games. I'm already bad at checkers. I mean, wait, hold on. What's that game called? The one with, chess? Yeah.
Apologies for my delay.
Oh, it's fine. I just got here too.
Thank you for accepting my invitation.
I see you very love your riddles.
Oh? And what makes you think so?
Those tokens from Jinshi. It was your idea, was it not?
Woof. Don't hit me with that smile. That is dangerous.
So, you've guessed it. Sorry, Rover. Jinzhou faced multiple threats back then, and we had to be cautious. We did not intend to inconvenience you. I regret our lack of hospitality.
It's okay. Jinxie had explained your reasons. And I'm more or less used to it by now, so it's a thing of the past.
Still, I owe you an apology in person. This time, I just wanted to see you. The brilliant mind that always understood my unspoken words. I am very grateful you decided to come.
I gotta stop taking pictures, but I can't. Let's cut to the chase. What is it you want?
I merely have a few questions, and I was wondering if you may have the answers. Does this game of Weiqi look familiar to you, Rover?
I'm not sure.
Apologies. I heard about your memory loss. Please, pardon me. There is a local tale about the secret of immortality being hidden on Mount Firmament. Have you heard about it?
The one that I heard in Hongjin.
Yes. I have a slightly different version of this tale to share.
What? Huh?
Centuries ago, a Taoist cultivator met an enigmatic visitor on Mount Firmament.
Looks
Despite
like
their
the
age
rover.
difference, they soon became friends and often played Weiqi together. One day, a woodcutter stumbled upon them, having lost his way home. Their game mesmerized him so much that he didn't notice the red tie on his basket, rotting away. Despite the interruption, the visitor remained unfazed. They offered the woodcutter some tea, then guided him down the mountain, shielding him from dangerous temporal disruptions. After that, the visitor disappeared.
No, I really gotta say that the rover having this entire story about them in this world, like, they were a character in this world. They did stuff. There's a reason they're the main character. Like, they're not just... They didn't just come to this world and all of a sudden they are just revered and... Well, I mean, they kind of... At first they're being revered when you run into Yang Yang, Chixia, and stuff like that. You're like, oh, you're so cool and awesome, you can do anything. But then you go through the story so far and you're like, wait a minute. Yeah, no, he can do everything. Because that's kind of how it seems. This man has a god that answers to him.
Many years later, the Taoist cultivator became a legendary hermit guru. Upon returning to Mount Firmament in his final years, he reunited with that elusive visitor. The two resumed their unfinished game. People believe the visitor shared their secret of immortality through cleverly placed Weiqi pieces as a final parting gift.
You mean this game in front of us?
Yes and no. This game is missing the final 20 moves. It is unfinished.
I mean, again, the Rover really is an interesting protagonist because I know the whole memory loss thing is always part of a story somewhere. There's always memory loss in these anime shows and stuff like that. But at least from what I've encountered, the story with the Rover is very interesting because Rover has been here. Rover has done things. Rover has already been a legend. They've already been doing things for so many years. And obviously, from what we understand, the Rover had to put themselves through a reset to try to continue saving the world. The Rover is basically just the personification of I'm him, but I don't know if I am actually. That's pretty much it. And that rain is picking up harder outside, and that makes me worry about the power. It better not go out, I swear to God. I'm gonna save the clip again because I'm afraid of that. Or it's quieting down, actually.
That was a bit different from what you heard before, I guess. The story changed over time, infused with fantasy in each retelling. But that's how old tales go, slowly losing their truth as they're passed down.
You mean the other folk wars may hold some truth too?
Precisely. The legend may be shrouded in myth, but that game of Weiqi was real. Embedded within its records lies a cryptic message. This game record can solve the crisis of time. From what I know, only the Sentinel in its prime has the power to manipulate time through its possession of a complete temporal mandate. For us mere mortals, controlling time is indeed similar to gaining immortality. As the records state, it only reveals itself when Mount Firmament emerges. But how it ties to the temporal mandate remains an enigma, at least for now.
The Sentinel's wounds. There might be an undamaged sample of temporal mandate.
If that is the case, we'll be able to heal the Sentinel's wounds. But our chances are looking slim. That game record could just hold my teacher's memories, not any real value. So I am presenting this as merely a personal request. I am planning to go find that record. Could you please join me?
Sure.
Thank you for lending me a hand. I promise it will be worth your while.
I am interested in this tale, too.
Splendid.
It's still early. How about we set off now?
Very well. Let's meet on the gallery road outside Hongzhen. I still have some preparations to do. Please, go ahead. I'll join you later.
'Cause every night